In the last video, we have stopped in adaptation in aerial animals. Two more adaptations that we have to add here are insects and bats. The body of insects is light in weight and tapers at both ends. They can fly with two pairs of wings and also walk with 6 stick-like legs. Then bats. Bats can fly with the help of patagium, that is, a thin fold of skin between their forelegs and hind legs. Next is adaptation in reptiles. That is adaptation in snake, lizard and in crocodile. Are there any special changes? Yes. Snakes creep with the help of scales on their skin. Some reptiles use their muscles for creeping. That we can see in house lizard, garden lizard and in crocodile. Skin and soles of feet are specially modified for creeping. That is also in house lizard and monitor lizard. Even body color of some reptiles help to hide with the surroundings. So, what are the adaptations? Adaptations in skin, soles of feet and body color. Next is adaptation for food in animals. Animals are either herbivorous or carnivorous and some are omnivorous. According to their feeding, there are some special adaptations that we can see in the picture. How the adaptation for food in animals, how they take food in the case of frog, snake, butterfly and woodpecker. Next is adaptation for blending with the surroundings. A definition. Changes that take place in the various organs and life process of organisms that enable them to live, feed, reproduce, to perpetuate themselves and protect themselves from their enemies in specific surroundings depending upon the habitat and its geographical condition are called adaptations. Note down this definition. Next, Darwin's theory of evolution. Charles Darwin, a biologist, studied numerous types of plants and animals and suggested that only those organisms are likely to survive which can best adapt themselves to a changing environment. This is called the theory of survival of the fittest or Darwin's first principle. What the first principle says? Those organisms which are best adapted to a changing environment are likely to survive. This is called the theory of survival of the fittest. Next, theory of natural selection. If an organism is born with a new beneficial characteristic and is able to survive, this change is preserved in the next generation. This is Darwin's second principle and it is also called the theory of natural selection. These both are important. Note down this. Classification of living organism. It is necessary to classify the living things because it is difficult to study and remember all the diverse organisms in this world. Different scientists have used different criteria and gave the method of classification. A, a hierarchy is formed in the classification, that's with the kingdom Animalia or kingdom Plantae. Further groups and subgroups are formed depending upon basic similarities and differences. This is called the hierarchy of classification. What are the different groups and subgroups? Kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus and species. For example, genus for mango is Mangifera. Genus for human is Homo. Species for mango is Indica and species for human is Sapiens. Next, binomial nomenclature by Carl Linnaeus. Suppose in a class there are 4 students with the same name, Kiran, 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 Kiran. Then it is difficult to point out because both are having the same name. In that case, what teacher is supposed to do? She is writing the surname and calling with the surname also. Same way here, binomial nomenclature is used to identify each organism. Accordingly, a scientific name has been assigned to each organism. It consists of 2 parts. The first part is genus and the second is species. Because all the organisms of a species are so similar that irrespective of differences in color, height, habitat and habits, they can reproduce among themselves and form new individuals like themselves. For example, all domestic cats in the world belong to the same species. The same is true in the case of animals like hen, cow, etc. and plants like mango, wheat, etc. So, the scientific name consists of the first part is genus and the second part is species. So, that is why the scientific name of dog is Canis lupus familiaris. Cow, Bos taurus. Hibiscus rosa sinensis. Jover, sorghum bicolor. So, now I will ask you question. What is the scientific name of mango then? Mangifera indica. What is the scientific name of human? Homo sapiens. Now, the lastly, one important thing, that is World Frog Protection Day, that is observed on 29th April. This is for creating awareness about conservation of frog. According to Wildlife Protection Act, killing or harming frogs are prohibited. So this ends the chapter. So children, you go through the textbook, read the textbook and also go through Diksha app. You will get more information and clearly. Then you will get the notes in the WhatsApp that I will send you, that you have to copy in the 100-page small sketchbook. You know what is sketchbook, so that you can draw the figure also and note down the notes also. Be safe and study. Thank you.